What's up guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. We are always excited to have you guys on the channel. Guys, if you're watching and you're not yet subscribed, consider subscribing to the channel. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up because that helps to grow the channel. Share this video with your loved ones because you never know who might need it, and leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me know which gown is your favorite for this video and why is it your favorite. So in today's video, as we get to enjoy these gorgeous gowns, we're going to be giving you a few tips when it comes to planning a large wedding. So guys, a wedding, whether it's small or large, is an affair that involves hundreds of details. Even an intimate wedding, which is just the couple and their close family and circle of friends participate, has a fair share of challenges. So you can imagine how much more complicated it is when you have to plan a bigger wedding. So typically a large wedding is one where the guest count exceeds 200. So if your guest count touches this number, you will have more work planning your wedding. So we're going to share with you some of the do's and don'ts to keep in mind when you intend to have a large wedding of this nature. So if you intend to have a large wedding, kindly book a venue that can accommodate your guests comfortably. So while you still have the challenge of finding a venue that fits your budget, it is also important to find one that will fit your guests. So not only should the venue have space to hold so many people, but it also has to have adequate facilities to make them comfortable during their stay there. The venue should have enough space to seat all the guests during the wedding and the reception. It should also have sufficient number of washrooms to meet the needs of your guests. Apart from the ample parking space, the dance floor should be large enough so your guests can dance comfortably. And also guys, do analyze and fix issues which can cause queues at the venue. Always consider the likelihood of long lines at the bar or the bathroom. Analyze whether your venue has enough facilities to meet the needs of the number of guests attending your wedding. Your guests will find it inconvenient if it takes them forever for their turn at the washroom. Similarly, they won't appreciate waiting indefinitely to get their chosen drink at the bar. So consider these factors in detail when you're planning your wedding. If the venue has limited facilities, consider how you can alleviate issues. Simply arranging an extra lot of portable restrooms at an outdoor facility will help you overcome these issues. You can also have two separate bar setups at either end of your reception space to distribute the crowd evenly. Discuss your options with the venue manager and figure out the right fixes before the event. Another tip when it comes to planning a large wedding is not to cut down on what is important to you. There is no question that a big wedding is gonna be more expensive when you compare that to a smaller one. However, that doesn't mean that you should cut down on what you love. Instead, what you can do is to redistribute your budget to include what you must have at your wedding. You can always let go of certain factors, or you can choose cheaper options for what is less important. Another thing that you have to know when you're planning a big wedding is to remember that you still have to meet and greet all your guests. So whether it's a big wedding or it's a small one, you have to abide by some etiquette rules. These include how essential it is to say hi to all the people who made an effort to participate in your wedding. So schedule enough buffet time in your wedding on your wedding day timeline to accommodate this need. You can also set aside at least 2 minutes per guest, and it should work well. And also guys, since waiting at a receiving line isn't usually practical for this large number of guests, it is better to plan the day so you can have opportunities to socialize and meet and greet everyone. Well-wishing guests will understand the practical problems you face with meeting all your guests, so they shouldn't complain if you couldn't meet them personally. Nonetheless, it is best if you try to greet all there and avoid such a situation. If you're planning a large wedding, kindly consider hiring help. While you can always attempt to pull off a big wedding by yourself, it is a Herculean task. With the number of details involved, you will need plenty of time to do this right. Also, you have to remember that even small tasks will involve time because of the sheer volume of work involved. Imagine addressing your invitations to 200 guests and you will realize that the time that it will require. Similarly, every small detail will quickly add up in terms of time and energy. You also have to know that professional wedding planners have enough resources and staff to handle such weddings. They can make your job a lot easier and save you a lot of stress. So even if you intend to do everything yourself, consider hiring a day bridal planner. While he or she tackles the numerous responsibilities of the day, you can sit back and actually enjoy your wedding. Additionally, wedding planners can get you a valuable vendor discounts, which is a big win in case of a large wedding. You can also try to skip the little extras. Unless you have a budget that cannot be extinguished easily, it is quite wise to skip the little extras when planning a big wedding. Although these items will help to make your wedding unique, they can also quickly add up with the extended headcount. For instance, you will run up several extra dollars if you decide to send out save the date cards in addition to wedding invitations. So similarly, special touches like calligraphy, monograms, and personalized wedding favors can be expensive unless you do it yourself. So that's why we urge that rather than splurging on these items, it is better to save your budget for the more essential parts of the wedding. Better quality food and drinks, for example, will be more appreciated than these elements. Another tip is to consider repurposing or using items to take your budget further. So certain items at a wedding can be non-negotiable, like flowers. However, they are very expensive as well. To get the best bargain on such items, we suggest that you consider using them to the greatest extent possible. You can get your money's worth for the flower at your wedding by putting them to more than just one use. Take the flower off your arbor, and what you can do is to use them as centerpieces, or put your bridesmaid's bouquet into vases and use them as your cocktail table at the ceremony or after the ceremony. All you're going to need is an organized friend or a professional planner to handle these details. It will save you more money than if you have to use more flowers for the purpose, and more importantly, it will also lessen scope for wastage of wedding resources. Other options are to choose centerpieces that double up as wedding favors and choosing non-perishable deco items that you can reuse after the wedding. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I think I'm gonna end the video here. Kindly, if you're not yet subscribed, you might want to consider subscribing. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and also let me know in the comments which gown was your favorite for this particular video and why was it your favorite. And I really hope that I'll be able to see you guys on the next one.